Hey guys, it's Anthony here again, and I know I have several things to say to you all, and I'm just letting you know now, in this video I'm going to be very serious, instead of play on this happy persona that I would normally do with videos like this. So here goes. First things first, I know that a good portion of you are aware, but to those who aren't, I have officially shut down my Discord server. For a multitude of reasons. My reasons being were that ever since I had announced the server and created it, I would have to face with constant drama that went on within the server. I would have to deal with people constantly asking me for my contact info to a point where it bothered me. And there were a number of people in the server that were talking about this Plush community and saying how my friends and I are Plush... I'm not even gonna say that word. I know this all sounds really rude, and I may be coming off a bit harsh to you guys. I'm sorry if I am, and don't get me wrong, I still do genuinely appreciate your guys' support. You guys are what keep me going to this day. It's just, looking at it now, creating that Discord server just wasn't a good idea in the first place. Even considering that one of my friends from back then told me not to create one at all. Plus, considering the current new changes to YouTube and how it's gonna affect my friends and I, it really was best to just delete the server altogether and try to balance my workflow and life at the same time. I'm sorry to those who were a part of my server and had a pleasant experience in it, but it was time for it to go. I mean, the amount of times that people were trying to contact me asking for my contact info in Discord was just overwhelming, to a point where my friend and I couldn't even concentrate on making content for you guys. People would always try to spam me hi whenever I'm trying to write or edit. People would always ask me for shoutouts or to voice in my videos non-stop. And there are some people out there that would just add me into group chats with their group of friends that I don't know without even asking me if I wanted to be a part of the group chat in the first place. Which you should never do if you're a fan of somebody and you have their Discord. You can't just add that person to a random group chat with a bunch of people they don't know, even if those people are your friends. No matter what, that person's gonna feel super uncomfortable being there, it'll be very distracting to their workflow, and all in all, they are gonna get pretty annoyed, so I just wouldn't recommend doing this at all. A similar instance to this actually happened to me at one point. This one guy, and I'm not gonna say the name of who, added me into a group chat with his friend, and whenever he tried contacting me, he would just send me links to his Plush videos and just get me to review them on the spot. Now, the first time around, I didn't really mind it. I thought it was kind of fun. But he would do this every single time he contacted me. And he didn't even try to get to know me as a person. All he wanted me to do was just look at his content, review it, done deal. All in all, that whole thing really bugged me, so I stopped interacting with that person. It also draws back as to one of the reasons why I don't find anything fond about my server anymore, hence why it was deleted. Though to those that still want to get the chance to talk to me and contact me and be mature about it, I do have a suggestion. If you want to get the chance to contact me and be able to interact with me, you can do so by helping contribute to my friend PlushyCam's Patreon and Ko-fi. That way we can use the funds to put them all into his upcoming projects that he's going to be doing for his channel. Since I'm lending Josh a helping hand, this may mean that I'm going to have to stray away from my own content for a while in order to focus on his and make sure they are the best that they should be. Plus, as previously stated, most of the funds that go into PlushyCam's Patreon will go straight into these projects and make sure they have awesome, consistent quality to back them up. I know it all sounds like an overwhelming amount of work, but him and I are determined to make these projects look good. Also, another reason as to why we are relying on Patreon right now is YouTube's newest changes and how it's going to be affecting smaller content creators. Given with what's been going on with YouTube as of recently, the Federal Trade Commission, also known as the FTC, will soon be enforcing COPPA, which is the Child Online Privacy Protection Act, onto YouTube, and it will go into effect on January 1st, 2020. The reason this is even happening is mostly because YouTube has been collecting personalized data from children who use the platform, and they collect this personal data through the use of website cookies. Also, the platform has been focusing more on promoting kid-friendly content, and they are making every content creator on the platform family-friendly for advertisers. This was a problem that we all faced for 3 years now, and YouTube has done nothing to solve it. Now, to get this out of the way, I just want to say this, not only for my sake, but for Josh of PlushCam's sake. Our content is not made for kids. Him and I have been on YouTube for over 7 years now, and we knew from the start that this whole website as a whole was never really meant for kids. This was meant for people over the age of 13 to just create and enjoy. As we create our content, we always try to go for more of an adult audience, which is what the platform allowed us to do back then. But as time went on, the chances of really reaching an adult audience grew slimmer. People can argue that the kind of content that we make is more designated for children, since children like Nintendo and Plush videos. But that shouldn't be a priority to making this type of content. It really just gives off this whole kid-friendly concept that most people seem to associate or stereotype Plush videos with as a whole. Which leads back as to why I don't think the Plush community really is a community, due to their reliance on this kid-friendly concept and how creating it affected the platform. Making family-friendly content is a choice. While there's nothing wrong with doing it, it shouldn't be the main focus. It shouldn't be the main priority for this website as a whole. This is why the government has intervened and YouTube did nothing to solve it. To those that think that we are a part of this Plush community, I just want to say right off the bat that I don't believe that it's a community, considering that it's filled with nothing but kids who can't take criticism for their own content. And even if somebody were to critique their own content, those reviewers would get attacked for it. On top of that, most of these kids want to make videos with people who also do Plush videos, but have a higher sub count than they do, since they know that it'll get them automatic views. They won't even try to make the video good. They just think, oh, just because this guy with this many subscribers is in my video, then people will look at it and I'll get 100,000 views. Clout chasing is not a good reason for a poorly executed video. If anything, it's more like a spit in the face to those that actually try and work hard on their content. All in all, it's something Josh and I did not want to associate ourselves with, so we got away from that toxic environment and just did our own thing. We are YouTubers. We are not Plush. You get the idea. I don't want to be called that term because I do not want to associate myself with that community and their toxic behavior. They don't define what I do. You all can understand this more by checking out episode 2 of PlushCast, where a few friends and I go much deeper into the subject and discuss how we genuinely feel. I'll have a link to that in the description down below. Speaking of PlushCast, we actually have a few more episodes that are in the works, and we are going to be releasing them very soon, so don't think that we forgot about it. We actually have a couple of new episodes that are out right now. If you want, you can go ahead and check them out. And I just want to also say thank you guys so much for getting PlushCast to 300 subs. It really does mean a lot from you guys. And because of the recent events, we will most certainly be discussing COPPA in a future episode. When that may be, I don't know, but it is coming. If you guys want to learn more about COPPA and try to understand more of what it is or what it's doing with YouTube, then I highly suggest you go onto Chadtronic's video where he discusses everything you need to know on the subject. I'll have a link for that in the description below, and I highly recommend you check it out. Finally, with COPPA enforcing YouTube, you guys are probably wondering what's going to happen to this channel in the future. And truth be told, I honestly have no idea, because I really don't know what the future is going to hold for us as soon as January 1st hits. All I can say is this: I will not be quitting. I know a lot of people are wondering what's going to happen for this channel, considering that I'm going to be working on Modern Plush Brothers for PlushyCam, and regarding this whole COPPA situation. What will happen is that I won't be uploading as much content next year, considering that I'm going to be focusing more of my time and energy onto Josh's content, since he's had a lot of projects stored away for a while and he really wants people to see them. There will still be content for TSPB, of course. In fact, Josh and I have actually planned out a few projects to do for this channel right here. And those projects include an Officer Richard Christmas special and the Officer John series, which is coming out very soon. And yes, there will still be a Dare the Plushie next year and a handful of TSPB videos. There just won't be as much compared to the stuff that I'm helping Josh with. And to those wondering if I'm going to be continuing doing the Nutshell videos, The answer to that is I will not be continuing the nutshell videos as of right now. And yes, I am talking about the bendy nutshells in particular. While I'm not going to cancel nutshell videos as a whole, I'm still going to do some every now and then. I just don't want the nutshell videos to be the main focus for this channel. I hope you guys understand. I know this was a lot to take in, but it really needed to be said. We certainly have a lot in store for you guys. We got a lot of new projects on the way, and we promise you, we are not going to let any of these problems we discussed in this update affect our workflow in any way. I'm honestly very grateful that you all stuck around and remained mature about the recent events, especially with what I'm going to do for the platform. Well, that's all I have to say. Thank you all so much for watching this update, and Google, clean up your act. Seriously. Other than that, I wish you all the best of luck with this, and I really hope we can overcome it. Until next time, peace out, everybody.